Here we go. There it is. You absolutely love to see this, guys. I bet ArenaNet had you all worried by not posting a second teaser yesterday. Look, they've got to post the gem store updates. That is important stuff. Never mind the fact it caused everyone to panic. Oh no, maybe it's not Elite Specs. Guys, come on, relax. It's Elite Specializations. Here is the second one. It's like a heavy armor helmet situation. And look, I'm just going to make a bold prediction here. We're going big. I think this is going to be Warrior, and it's going to be kind of like a Paragon thing. That's something. And like, this is an idea that Sneb actually threw at me. I was chatting with Sneb about like Elite Specs and stuff a while ago, and he says like, I reckon they're going to go hard. They're going to cash in big on the nostalgia. They're going to go hard, right? On kind of like the factions, the, you know, Nightfall, Guild Wars 1 stuff. Slap that into Guild Wars 2. And it would actually make a lot of sense, by the way, gameplay-wise. Because Warrior does kind of need a hybrid-y support style spec. It doesn't really have one. You look at Spellbreaker, you look at Bladesword and Berserker. You've kind of got that heal build in there with Berserker, obviously. But it doesn't really have a spec that's designed to kind of facilitate that type of approach to combat. So I think it would make a lot of sense. And the reason I think Paragon is because Paragon kind of has this wing theme, right? This angelic theme going on. And we kind of see these motifs on the helmet here as well. I do want to point out the color scheme as well, where again it's orange and purple. That does have me thinking this expansion could be Alolan, right? There's obviously plenty of space in the game that we could be exploring. Like over to the east, it looks to be more of like you know, you've got some rivers going on in this little teaser image here, some kind of water, so maybe like a little bit over towards the east here and some of this area over there, right? Could be really interesting, but it could be anywhere, right? Like it could also just like jump around a little bit. The maps don't have to be continuous. We kind of saw this with Janther, right? Like the maps aren't even necessarily like adjacent, right? They're kind of jumping around all over the place a little bit, so it could be a little bit of a globetrot situation as well. But that's kind of the vibes that I'm getting from this one. As well. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking. But I will say, you look, ArenaNet did have me where I thought there's no way. Surely it's not just a musical instrument. But no, it's not a musical instrument. It is going to be Elite Specializations. Very much looking forward to the teasers of these. And I will now say I feel pretty confident in saying that the Bard we saw is going to be for Mesmer. Right? Because I was thinking like Bard could be Warrior, you know? Like ArenaNet, they love to do some... They'd love to mix it up a little bit. They'd love to come up with some kind of twists on the classic fantasy. I was like, oh man, it could be like a traveling, you know, kind of minstrel ranger or a warrior who's kind of like singing songs of glory, right? And all that kind of stuff. But now that I see this, I think it's going to be Mesmer with the Bard, you know, kind of going for that classic, you know, playing the musical instruments underwater, right? Like Mesmer already has like musical weapons underwater, basically. So kind of leaning into that, having like the purple notes flying everywhere and buffing people or whatever, right? Or applying conditions, all that kind of stuff. And this, I think, is going to be this kind of hybrid support approach on the Warrior, is what I'm thinking. Because again, this is either Warrior, Rev or Guardian, right? Guardian, and why do I think it's not Guardian? I don't think Paragon would go to Guardian because Guardian already has that, right? It wouldn't make any sense. It would be like a huge overlap. Like every spec on Guardian is like has some kind of support component to it to an extent. So I think that would not make a lot of sense. And on Rev, look, here's another big prediction, right? This is like, I'm shamelessly ripping Sneb off here as well, but I love where he's coming from with this. I think we could be seeing Ritualist on Rev, you know, kind of like binding spirits and they do stuff. The only thing that would make me not think that about Rev is that you almost have that with Kala as well on Renegade a little bit. So that would make me think, maybe not, but it would be pretty cool though, right? I feel like people really want Ritualist. I think it's one of the most requested things, right, from Guild Wars 1 is to have this kind of Ritualist style character in the game. And it's not something that exactly exists. Of course, it's very difficult to directly port things over, right? Like one of the things, like I think they'll try and do some minion stuff with Necro. And that's precisely because of Guild Wars 1. It's obviously hard to translate Guild Wars 1 Minion Mancer directly into Guild Wars 2 because the game just works differently, right? Like the combat system's different. You can't like raise minions and have them follow you like a massive army of minions in the same way that you could in Guild Wars 1 because that would just be ridiculous, right? All that kind of stuff. But I think that's the direction we're going to be going here. We're going big. Okay, I think we're looking to hit this pretty big and really hit some very strong RP. I'm really interested to see if these have weapons by the way, right? Like, I'm really interested to see if these things have weapons, because my speculation is that there might not be weapons attached to these, again, because of that decoupling that we saw in Soto between elite specializations and weapons. And of course, we already have Spear, right? We already have Spear in the game, so you can kind of have that Paragon roleplay without having to add a new weapon to it as well. Of course, we're going to have to find out. 13 days to go. And just so nobody panics anymore, okay, I think the way the reveals are going to be, it's going to be like every business day, right, that isn't a gem store reveal. Because, look, ArenaNet is a based company. They prioritize gem store reveals and gem store updates over hyping up their own expansion. And you know what? That is just... Look, I respect it, guys. Look, they got to fund the damn thing, okay? Like, there's no point in hyping the elite specs if they haven't got the gem store bikini sales to back that up. So, pretty important to do that. So yeah, stay tuned for more of these reveals, of course, guys, over the next couple of days. That's what I think about this one. And of course, we might get a couple of other hints, suggestions of what's going on, but I'm not going to take up any more of your time. Just a little bit of daily YouTube slop. We love to see that. I do actually want to give a massive shout out to all the people on YouTube. Oh my God. Wait, no, I have to report this live. I'm reporting this live. This is more important than this reveal. Guys, Twitch, what are you guys doing? YouTube outnumbers you. We actually have 509 people watching live on YouTube, only 486 on Twitch. Twitch is dead. YouTube is popping off right now. Full unleash. It's over. It's over. It's completely over. Wow. Wow. Yeah, YouTube wins. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. I mean, Twitch is going to have to step up. And look, guys, we are going to be doing these daily streams for these reveals on YouTube and on Twitch. I want to see some competition here. I do want to see that. I want to see this competition. I want to see YouTube versus Twitch, spamming the chat live. We can experience these elite specializations together. It's going to be fantastic stuff. But anyway, that's it. I definitely want to hear your thoughts on this, guys. Is this Paragon? Do you think I'm completely coped up? Because I've been playing Guild Wars 1 recently. Specifically Nightfall 2. Although I've been playing Dervish. Maybe Dervish, you know, maybe we're giving Scythe to Revenant. Ah, yeah. Whoa. All right, pretty cool. But anyway, let me know what you think. And of course, stay tuned, guys. Follow, subscribe, watch along with me on YouTube or Twitch when we see these reveals. Get that referral link bookmarked, guys, because, oh boy, we're going big on this one. Follow, subscribe, leave your comments. Thanks for watching. And of course, I'll see you guys next time. Very likely tomorrow. Take it easy, my friends. I'll see you then.